Welcome to this last game of pool play, or last round, sorry, of the Under 18 Australian National Lacrosse Championships here at the Wembley Lacrosse Club, hosted by Lacrosse WA. If you are just joining us, the score is 2-all, with the opening goal scored by Auckland, and a goal just recently, moments ago, scored by Ebony Norman. Centre draw taken. Auckland has possession. Moving the ball down to the back of cage, shot and goal. Magnificent team play there by Auckland. Just trying to see the number on that uniform so I can give that player a shout out. It is a little tricky with the Auckland uniforms. They do have quite a bit of pattern on those white shirts, so seeing their numbers is a bit of a challenge, but I'll do my best. Apologies to anyone at home that's tuning in. I'm not giving your family member or friend the right shout out, but I definitely will do my best. Just resetting for a draw. Score is 3-2 in favour of Auckland. Battle for the ground ball. Still a battle for the ground ball, picked up by Auckland. Pressure on Ellen McPherson there. But, holds the ball, moves it around the top of the fan. McCarthy with the ball. McCarthy looking inside. Bit of a fumble, but jumps on the ground ball. Left-hander. Takes a shot. Goes wide. Backed up by Auckland. There was no control, I don't think. Oh, no, it looks like it's going to be a Victoria ball. And umpire instructing that ball to be brought back in. No, I was right. There was no control on that ball when the ball went out of play, obviously, because it was off a shot, which means Auckland's will retain possession. A missed pass there, which means Victoria will come up with the ball. Ball moves down to Norman. Ball deep in Victoria's attack now. Back to Norman. Ball with Floyd. Moves it on to you. McKean with the ball. Umpiring is calling a foul. Just trying to work out who's taking it. It will be from the centre hash of that 15-metre fan. Just a reminder, we are playing the women's game now with a 15-metre fan as opposed to the 11 from previous years. But you saw a little sneaker on the inside in Lily Harris, and Lily Harris converts. Auckland just regrouping down there in their defensive end of the field. As we see Abby Yu coming off. And Gil Martin going on for Victoria. Chapman has also come off the field for Auckland. Got fans from both teams here, cheering nice and loudly. And that centre is won by Georgia Floyd. Georgia looking to go straight to cage, but takes it wide. Finds support in Rhiannon Bergen. Great defence there by Auckland. Harris with the ball at X. Looking inside for Norman. Couldn't connect the pass. Norman retains possession. Finds Harris for a shot. Shot goes wide and ball will be backed up by Victoria. Harris with the ball again, looking to drive, looking for Norman. She has got a bit of space on the inside. She makes a little flip, couldn't connect, and the ball's gone over the restraining line. I'm just trying to work out who's gone over the line. Looks like Auckland did, which means Victoria gets the ball back. Victoria just start moving that ball around their attacking zone. Bergen moving down to X for that support. Great left-hander, Bergen is. Looking to drive. And a shot, hip-high height on the right-hand side pole. That is one of the hardest shots for any goalie to save. Great goal there by Rhiannon Bergen. If you are watching online, please jump on and leave some comments, and I'll try and get to them when I can. Give you all a shout out. Love to hear who you're cheering for. Today, these games are being brought to you live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. Thanks so much for tuning in. Ball is drawn. Great contest for the ball. Auckland comes up with a bit of a trip that will be called. Ball is going to go the way in favour of Auckland. I think that's McCarthy with the ball. Moves the ball on quite quickly. Auckland looking to drive. A shot and a beautiful goal. The scorer there was number 28, Isabel Versen. I think it's Versen or Versen. I hope I'm really saying it right. Anyone, or Rensen, please comment in the comment box on the page so I can get that pronunciation correct. Auckland have some really tall players on their team. That height advantage is going to be huge for them in the centre draw, and you can see that three quite tall players are in that centre. And Auckland come up with that centre possession. Quick move for an inside pass. Couldn't make it, but still retained by Auckland. And that will be time on the first quarter. So at the end of this first quarter, I believe the score is 4-all. Sorry, 4-5. 4 Auckland, 5 Victoria. As we take a short break on the Australian Lacrosse Network.
Do that. Oh yeah. Oh, so yeah, mute it during quarters and stuff.
Welcome back to the second quarter of this Under-18 National Championship game between Auckland and Victoria. Victoria in the blue, Auckland in the white. Teams are just setting up to start this second quarter, and it looks like Abby Burns will be taking the centre for Victoria. Bit of a crowd building down here today. You can see on the far side of the field we have a couple of junior clinics running with some Australian players and ex-players for some young West Australians. And anybody else who want to sign up from across the country that were coming to Perth this week. That centre didn't go high enough, so they'll reset that centre. And a one-handed advantage there. As Victoria run the ball out of their defence. Not a lot of players upfield for Victoria. Foul's being called. Umpire's asking to be brought back to where the foul was taken. Burns with the ball. Gets it down to Norman. Norman looking to drive. Big crash by Auckland, but couldn't stop Norman. Fantastic goal. Got to give credit to that Auckland defence, though. The crash was huge, and you could hear them. They were so vocal. I'm sure you would have been able to hear them at home, folks. But Norman's so strong on that drive. Vics are happy with that one. As we bring it back, players regrouping, getting ready for the centre draw. Again, those tall Auckland players on the circle. Time's being held, I'm not sure why. Something to do with the draw. I think the umpire is just saying there's got to be equal pressure to both. And the player, which is number 35, Denethia, is being sent off. And Grace McCarthy is going on to take that centre. Not sure. She's saying there's something to do with the stick. And she's adjusting her stick somehow, so maybe the stopper wasn't sealed correctly, I'm not sure. But anyway, we're off and racing. The ball goes the way of Auckland. Isabel Renson with the ball. Burns with the foul. Really great defence by Victoria. They're just setting up to stop that momentum. Ball's run out of defence by Victoria. Looking inside and finds Bergen. Oh, sorry, Norman. Bergen on the far side of the field. They do look quite similar, and they play a very similar style of lacrosse. Bergen feeds in to Lily Harris, but couldn't convert, and there's a fight for the ground ball. And a shot. Victoria sealed that one through Lily Harris. Although the umpire is calling no goal. Caroline McLucky, our New South Wales umpire here with us, is calling a no goal and giving the ball back to Auckland to clear through the goalkeeper. Heavy, heavy pressure put on by Norman, who has managed to check the goalie. And Harris has the ball again. Victoria playing quite a high setup at the top of the fan. No one really was at the 45 then for them to cut off those 45-degree angles. But regardless, the shot was taken. Ball will be backed up by Auckland. Through Douglas Bell. Douglas Bell taking that pressure well. Miss pass. Collected by Natoli. Natoli looking for Norman. Norman looking to shoot. Saved by Auckland. Crumbed by Victoria. And look at this. Rhiannon Bergen saw it lane there and finds Lily Harris. Converts, lovely goal. A great way for Bergen to draw that double and have Harris using her IQ to cut on that left-hand side and convert that shot. Score is 7-4. Again, if you are watching at home, make sure you jump on and leave me some comments. Give me a shout out. Love to hear from you. You are watching live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network today. Bergen with the ball on the far left-hand side of the field, looking to drive that lefty corner. Strong pressure. Great pressure there by Auckland defence. This is a scuffle for the ground ball. Bergen's come up with it, moved it to X with Norman. Lily Harris really needs to cut through there, which she does, finds it. Textbook lacrosse. Getting out of the driving player's way to make an opportunity. The driver saw the feed or the cut, fed the ball in and converted. You'll score every time off that kind of move, particularly when such a strong driver like Norman is heading towards a cage. Just looking at our comments now, I've got LH23, so I'm assuming that's Lily Harris, just doing goat things, getting around LH. Yeah, the girls, Lachlan Marriott. Donna Waters, who is a top fan of ALN, is saying, go Vix. Julie Bryan, go Auckland. Brooke Barker, watching from Melbourne but cheering for Auckland. Thanks for getting the sound sorted. Look, I'm not the one doing that. I've got a great team of techs to my left here who are doing an amazing job. But yes, thanks boys for getting the sound sorted. We've got a lot of happy fans here online. And Sam Harrison saying, go Vix. So thanks so much for tuning in, no matter where you are in the world. I mean, it would be really great if we had people tuning in from Europe, Canada and all those nice places, watching our youth and how well they're going, and also supporting our friends across the ditch in New Zealand. They are basically Australians these days, so they might not think that, but we do love them. And the score during this timeout in the second quarter is 9-4 to Victoria. I love hearing Auckland's cheer. I'm not sure, I can't quite catch exactly what they're saying, but it's so powerful and they really love doing it. I watched their warm-up this morning, and they've developed something unique, obviously, to the New Zealand style of game. They talk a lot, they communicate, they high-five each other. It was really interesting to see. I was like, oh, how do we incorporate that into some of our practices here in Australia? Cassandra Robb is saying, go Team Zebra. Got a few fans for our umpires out there. And a shout out to my BF, Sophia Webb from Mega. I think it's Mega. Lachlan Marriott loves the comments, so that's really great. Thanks for joining us, Lachlan. As we set up for the centre draw. It's a good one. It looks like Abby Burns is going to come up with that possession. Abby Burns is a product of the Newport Lacrosse Club in Victoria. Moves the ball on to Lily Harris, who's having an outstanding game. Little drop there by Norman. Norman casually picks up that ball and starts directing traffic down in her attacking part of the field. Now, I have to apologise to our Auckland viewers, our New Zealand viewers. The reason I'm not saying as many names as for your team is because I don't know them yet. This is the first time I've commentated them. I was lucky to warm up yesterday with, that's a big hit. Not sure where the foul's going to go. It is an Auckland ball. But yeah, I did have a chance to commentate the Victorian game yesterday, which let me get to know the girls a little bit better, but I'm still learning the Auckland girls' names, but I will try and get as many shout-outs in there as possible. I know you're all keen to hear about what your teammates, friends and family are doing on that field today. Ground ball by Denithi. And some legs. Looking inside, couldn't connect the pass. Jessica Stone retains the ball for Victoria and looks to clear. Finds an outlet in Abby Yu. Abby Yu's sister, I hope she's watching, Bonnie from the US. Proud of her little sis. Teach her a thing or two. Must have. Nellie Mollison, I hope to hear from you today as well. Haynes with the ball, moves the ball on to Burns. Burns just looking to get Victoria's attack set up. Bumps it on to you. looking for Norman, couldn't convert as Auckland run the ball out of their defence. And hasn't she got some wheels, Sophia Webb? Webb looking to drive the cage, takes a shot, saved. Oh no, it's gone in, it's clear. Great goal by Sophia Webb, coast to coast, saw an opportunity, put her pedal to the metal, got down to the attacking zone and just had a go and converted. I hope her proud family are watching in from home. We've got Kano Sugawara coming off the field for Auckland, and also Lizzie Hardiman is taking a seat. That was a break by, yeah, for me that was a clear break by Auckland, which means that Georgia Floyd will take that possession from the face-off, from the centre, sorry. Commentating two different types of games means different positions can be called a different thing. So if I say face-off, it's not offensive, it's just, sometimes I say face-off, but I know it's a centre draw. Bit of a fumble there. I'm not sure what the umpire is going to call that one. It will go in favour of Auckland. I know she fell, so possibly a body. I didn't see what signal the umpire made. But a check from Burns sees her stripped of the ball. Picked up again by Auckland. There's a card for Abby Burns, which means that Auckland will now play 2 minutes with an extra man advantage on the field. The foul was for a swipe. Auckland quickly getting their ball down to attack. Shot! Oh, wow. That was basically from goal line extended. They found the open player. She took her opportunity and converted. Score is, I think, 9-6. As I mentioned, got some tall players out there from Auckland. Again, look at the size of that centre. Huge advantage for her. Who I believe is Grace McCarthy, if I can see her number correctly. Got Eric Coombs watching from the USA Northwood University. Great game so far. Eric, thank you for tuning in from the US. We're so happy to have you join us. If you work for a college, feel free to recruit some of our girls. We'd love to get some more of them into the college system. And I've got Mega saying, yes, Lizzie, you brick wall. Louise Dorinka cheering for the Vicks. Thanks for tuning in, Louise. As we have an Auckland ball. Auckland is still man up with Victoria on a yellow card, man down. Although now it's just gone back to even. Abby Burns has gone back on the field. Ball being run out of defence by Bennett. Bennett looking inside, gets it to Danithi. Danithi, I'm really sorry, I can't say your surname. It's Banamusi. But what a goal. Fantastic. Straight in front of the cage. Found your space. Haven't seen Mim Suarez-Drury at all in the field today. So not sure if they are resting her. I can see her down on the sideline with a hat on. And how good is Cheese? Ball being carried forward by Hardiman. And that will be half-time at this Under-18 National Championship. We'll take a short break while the girls have 5 minutes of R&R and a chat with their coaches, and we'll be back with you very shortly. Welcome back to the third quarter of the Under-18 National Championships, where we've got Victoria taking on Auckland. You can hear Auckland in the background doing their incredible cheer before they take the field. A couple of shout-outs from online. What have we got? Sam Harrison saved Jess. Obviously, we've got a fan for the Victorian goalie out there. Tanya Bennett, great work, Auckland. Mia Inge, Isabel Verenson, very happy with her work today. Mark Jewell, watching from Canton, Ohio, US, Malone University. Mike, thanks for joining us. If you are a coach or looking to recruit, please let us know. We're happy to help you connect with any of these wonderful players out on the field today. As the draw is taken, picked up by Auckland. Isabel Verenson with the ball. Draws the foul. Looks like she's going to be set up on the 15 metre. I nearly said 11. Still adjusting myself. Looking to shoot from out there, by the way, a stick set up, but she's going to run it in. Takes a shot and scores. You can hear the crowd going nuts for Izzy. She is a dynamic player. As Jade Bennett comes off the field for Auckland and Ella McPherson goes on into the defence end for them. Just to clarify, the score is actually 7-8. There was a bit of a tech error earlier. So the score currently is 7-8 in favour of Auckland. As we set up again for the centre draw. High scoring game to this point. Burns comes up with that. Burns looking for help. Big push by Auckland there, and Burns will get the advantage. Looking to put the player behind. As Burns starts moving the ball forward. Through Tara Gilmartin, sorry. Finds Ebony Norman. Rhiannon Bergen with the ball, looking for the lefty drive. No one's really playing her tight down there, but the defender seems to have stepped in, which is Ella McPherson. Ella McPherson really doing a great job to hold her out. Rhiannon Bergen has drawn the foul, which means that McPherson will be put 4 metres behind and she'll be set up on the 15 metre. Looks like Bergen is looking to shoot, though she does have someone to her left, which she has seen, but an intercept by Auckland. Victoria keeps it, gets the ball off the restraining and sends a player over. Finds Norman on the inside, who then passes it off for a shot. And a ball looking to be cleared by Denethi from Auckland. Tara Gilmartin with that ground ball. Thought she stepped out of bounds there, but obviously she didn't. Ball given to Greta Murphy, who's moved it on to Ebony Norman. Norman being defended tightly by Sophia Webb. Sophia Webb meets her out the other side of the back of goals. Looking to drive, looking inside, finds the stick of Abby Burns, and what a great goal. She literally had no room there. She probably had a stick head in front of her defender. Norman hit the pass and converted. Beautiful goal by Victoria. Norman really a key in setting up that attacking zone for Victoria. If I was playing them tomorrow in the final, South Australia, and I'm not telling you how to do your job, I'd be looking at really putting some pressure on Norman, marking her out of the game possibly, or, you know, just having a solid defender on her all day. She is really crucial in that attack. Those South Australian girls are fabulous, so I can't wait to see them play later today. I think they're the next game up. And Abby Burns was that centre. Chased down hard by the Auckland team, but finds Ebony Norman, Is it Ebony Norman? No, it's not Ebony Norman. I think it's Lily Haynes. Lily Harris in the back corner, and Lily Harris gets a shot off. It's a tight game today. I don't know which way it's going to go. I can't really call it. But it's awesome to see a game at this level with such a tight competition. So credit to New Zealand, credit to Victorian lacrosse. Loving watching what's happening here today. Just to note, we will be streaming all 3 games today. They are girls' games. There is no boys' games on the fixtures today, but we will be bringing you the 2 boys' finals tomorrow live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. As the centre draw is taken and won by Greta Murphy. Greta Murphy was the MVP yesterday for Victoria. As Victoria looks to set up their attack again. Again, getting the ball through X. And a shot by Greta Murphy, and she is happy, and so are the Vics. You can hear Mim Suarez Jury. She obviously has a great relationship with Greta Murphy. She's giving her a big cheer down there on the bench. It's great. Grace McCarthy comes on the field for Auckland. I think she's going to set up as a midi. And also Ruby Braithwaite heading on. Isabel Vrenson coming off. Setting us up for a great final tomorrow. I believe those teams are already locked in, so that will be a South Australia versus Victoria game. I'm not sure who will be playing in the 3v4. That game, unfortunately, won't be broadcast tomorrow morning. As Auckland move their ball to the back of their attacking zone, keeping it on their left-hand side. Gets past her defender, shot and saved by Stone. Tell you what, Stone has had an incredible tournament. I watched her play yesterday, I watched her play today. She is a solid goalie. I met her dad, he worked with us yesterday, Ben with ALN, and he is just a big fan of hers and so proud and looking forward to what she can do as we're starting to approach another under-20s campaign. Little battle down the back corner, a couple of bodies flying around there between Ella McPherson and Rhiannon Bergen, but ball has been taken to X by Victoria. Coach is calling for Abby and Trinity to work together down there in their attack. Finds the stick but couldn't make the pass. Little stick to the face, I'm not sure what happened, but play is continuing. Missed opportunity or missed ball there by Auckland. Chased down by 3 Victorians. Finds a player on the inside and a shot. With a goal by Aretha Eucristian. I hope I've said your name correctly. But everyone's happy. They're saying she's having a great game. I think that's her 3rd goal for today. Auckland coach is really happy with her performance. And Abby Yu moves into the centre for Victoria. Georgia Floyd also being sent on by Victoria into their attacking zone. We've also got Trini McKeem out there too. Oh no, Georgia's now come off. This ball is drawn. Norman fighting for the ball against, I think it's Ruby Braithwaite. Little fumble. Picked up by Victoria. It's a fantastic clear by, I think it's number 18. Oh, no, it wasn't Abby Yu, sorry. Anyway, we've moved down the field now into the attacking zone for Victoria. Player at the top just calling some direction. There is a foul. Bergen getting the ball. She was trying to come off the field, so she might be winded. Umpire asking for time to be held. McPherson will be taking that foul. Got the South Australian girls walking in now in their white bucket hats with their music on as we set up for a shot with Bergen from the 15 metre. She does have a little sneaker in the back corner there if she sees it, but she wants this shot and she takes it and she converts. That's money. For anyone wondering why there's a few random quotes coming out today, so I said earlier, how good is cheese? I did have a competition on my Instagram last night asking for people to send in any funny one-liners they wanted me to throw into the broadcast today. So if you hear a few random things coming out of my mouth, it is shout-outs to people that I know that want me to want to engage with our commentary and with the Australian Lacrosse Network. As Rhiannon Bergen is coming off, she does look a bit sore. High fives her coach, and looks like she's just taking a moment to regroup. Ball is almost won by Griffin, but a bit of a fight for the ground ball. Ball is going to go the way of Victoria through Griffin as she burns off. Checked from behind. Victoria looking to feed into Norman. Couldn't convert that. And Auckland will take the ball down to their attacking side. They've got Bennett with the ball looking for a little fumble. Couldn't connect. She was in the right place as well. Great clear from Victoria, although it has gone to McPherson. McPherson looking outfield. Finds a pass through Deninthi. Deninthi, a great player for this Auckland side. Looking to drive. I think it's Bennett. And a goal. Sorry, that goal was Kano Sugawara. Beautiful shot, great drive. Found her space. Drove with confidence. I think that's something that a lot of young players can watch, is how a lot of these girls really drive with confidence. They know what they want to do. They know that they've got the ability to hold the ball and carry the ball under pressure and then find that space by keeping their head up. Really great job there. Clock is moving onto the field, so it will almost be the end of the third quarter. So please give me a shout out so I can get them live for you during this little break as Auckland take that centre. Clock not on the field yet, but close. And it was Kano who scored the goal. Yes, Kano from the knockdown to the shot. And looking to go again, Auckland. Clock is on the field now, which will signal about 30 seconds left in play, and you can hear the Auckland team saying, go Kano, go Kano. There is a foul and a time is being held, which means a yellow card is coming. Ebony Norman will take a seat for 2 minutes. That foul is non-releasable. That means that, again, Auckland will play 2 minutes with a man-up advantage on the field, and Victoria will have to play some very tight defence. But a great, great save by Jessica Stone. Ball being cleared out through Griffin, and that will be three-quarter time. Now let me just check our comments to make sure that everyone's getting a mention. Jade Mason, UFC champion, joined. Okay, this is just spam, obviously. And Justin Norman, go Vix. Let me see if there's any new ones. It's great to hear from you all. I hope you're enjoying the coverage today. Tammy Williamson. Hey, Chandel, doing an awesome job. Thanks, Tammy. Really appreciate your kind words. Just saying what I see, and sometimes a few random things in there as well. Important to note, Tammy's also a top fan of ALN. Nick Snedden. Well, this just got interesting. That was 12 minutes ago, so we are into the third now. Just checking that score is 11-all. So super interesting game. I can see Tali Edwards down there at the scoreboard adjusting the scores. And we'll just take a quick short break and be back with you in just a moment. Welcome back to the final quarter of this Under-18 National Championship game between Victoria and Auckland. Before I went on break a minute ago, I did say the score was 11-all, but to be corrected, it is actually 11-10 in favour of Victoria as we start this fourth quarter. It is a beautiful day down here at the Wembley Lacrosse Club. Fields are looking super green. It's 23 degrees right now and we're on the balcony. It's so hot, so it must be warm for the girls down there. It is going to get up to 28 degrees today, so it's going to be a challenge for those teams playing later in the day in that hotter sun. Lucky for the West Australians, they're used to it. I'm not sure how the other teams go or how hot their summers get. I know that Victoria is known for being quite cold, and I was over there last year for senior nationals and we had 4 seasons in one day, sometimes 11 degrees on the ground. So let's keep the sun shining as the ball is won by Victoria. Lily Harris carrying the ball down the left-hand side of the field. Ball is at X with Victoria. Pressure being applied by Auckland. Bit of a fumbled pass, but picked up by Murphy. Looks like Victoria are just trying to wind down this last few seconds of this man down advantage that they're in with the yellow card. Ebony Norman still on the bench with the yellow card. Victoria just winding down the clock, but pressure being put on by Deninthy. There was a bit of a body there, but there seems to be no call. Victoria retained possession. Georgia Floyd with the ball at X. Waikato team just arriving now. Got the coaches down here in front of me. They've been taking a few trips to Perth the last few months with their team. Again, Victoria still holding this ball, winding down that foul, doing a really great job. Great take there by Burns, who's now looking to move the ball in to the attacking zone towards the fan. And as she gets there, there's a double coming. Really great control. I believe she's in the Future Stars program in Victoria, run by Sarah Mollison, a good friend of mine. And a great intercept, but didn't quite convert there from Karen Burns, Abby Burns. Svensson moves the ball down the field. Takes a shot, backed up by Aretha. No, it looks like Svensson will bring the ball back into play. She's had a great game today. Bit of a slow start off this mark, just setting those players up. Little face dodge, gets inside, takes a shot and a goal. And she likes it, and so do the Auckland girls. The score is now 11-all. Isabel Vrenson having a great game today. Really putting herself in the play. Getting involved when it counts. As mentioned earlier, we do have a junior clinic happening on the far side of the field. Our future lacrosse champions, but all from all across the country that have come along today to learn from some current Australian champions. This next draw is super important. Auckland making some quick last-minute changes, getting a player off the field for a sub. Ball is drawn. And Brenton comes up with it again. Little check there, but it will be a foul. Ball is going to be retained by Auckland. Went before the whistle, so they're just going to reset it. Got Deninthy at X there. She trying to sneak around the back. Auckland really crowding that crease. I'm not sure if this is a play, but they have turned the ball over and found Ebony Norman. Little fumble with Norman. And starts driving the ball down to the attacking zone for Victoria. 3 Auckland players in front of her. Gets through and gets the foul for the push. McPherson taking that foul. Norman setting up on the 15 for a shot. She does have Greta Murphy on this side if she sees her, but no, she's going to take the shot. She scores, but there will be no goal. I think there was another free space call. No, it counts. So that free space was not a thing. The goal is clear. Got Lily Harris coming off, Abby Burns going on. I think Abby's heading towards the centre. Ava Gatey's just come off the field for Auckland. Score is 12-11. Clean draw taken by Greta Murphy. There's a player down on the far side. That was Rhiannon Bergen. I'm not sure if she was tying a shoelace, if she was pushed over, but she's up and she's got the ball. Just getting the ball around their attack again, looking to set something up. Georgia Floyd hanging at X. I don't know if she's involved in this play. Looking for Norman to drive. Finds Floyd. Abby Burns missed that one, but cleaned up by Victoria. Cut inside by Floyd. Heaps of space on this left-hand side for a righty drive, which Norman agrees with and takes a shot low. A bouncer converts. Score is 13-11. What do you think at home, folks? Who's got it? I can't pick it. Victoria with a 2-goal advantage right now. Got about 6 minutes left in play. Sam Harrison saying bring in the final quarter, Vix. Finny Hunter, go Wezzy. Must be someone's nickname that I don't know about. Victor Romick, up the Vix. That's such a Victorian thing to say. Such a footy comment. Ava Dorinko, go Elowin. Karen Burns, come on, Vix. Karen, I thought you'd be here. Chelsea Woodbridge, I love listening to you on commentary. Chelsea, thanks so much for tuning in. And there's a shot back up by Victoria. Waikato making their way in to get ready for their next game, where they will take on South Australia. Ebony Norman looking to drive. Strong defence there by... Oh, keeper's down, but she's up. And no problem. Saves are made. Way to recover on that. I don't know. I think the keeper must have backed into the pole and went down, but didn't phase her. She just got up and got ready and played again. So that is some resilience right there. There is a card coming for a push, I think. A swipe, actually. My apologies. Which means Auckland will now play 2 minutes, man down on the field. Victoria has 2 minutes man up advantage. The card is being taken by Caitlin Douglas-Bell, so Caitlin will sit down for 2 minutes. Victoria set up for a 11-metre shot. Pulls it out, finds Norman. Norman to shoot, and does. Nice goal. Great team set up there. Lily Harris going back on the field for Victoria. I think we do have a timeout actually. So a quick 2-minute break as coaches regroup. Obviously momentum is slightly going the way of Victoria right now. So obviously Auckland will want to slow them down. Tactical coaching move. Now awesome goalie from Auckland. I hope she's going okay. Lizzie Hardiman took a bit of a fumble, but she's up and about and it's really great to see. Karen Burns, you're at Rottnest Island. Hey, you didn't tell me. I actually work there as well. Say hi to my Quokka friends. It's a beautiful day to be over there on the island. Make sure you get in and check out the Wadjamut Museum and learn a bit about the history. Have yourself a cocktail at Pinky's Beach Club. And if you need any tips, just shoot me a text and I'll tell you where to go, as in where to go on the island. Got a bit of a game on our hands here. 14-11 to finish up this final quarter. I think we've got, I'm just trying to find out for myself. We've got about 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes left in the game. Auckland need to really pull a rabbit out of a hat here. Vics are really pumped to finish this off. You can hear their team huddle. Coaches calling for the Victorians to have fun. Oh no, sorry, it was our supporters who they've got here. Auckland with their cheer, heading back out to the field. Again, make sure you send us your shout outs. I'm happy to let your players know you're watching. Thanks for joining us live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network here at Wembley Lacrosse Club, hosted by Lacrosse WA. And a shout out to all the volunteers and staff from Lacrosse WA. Put on a tremendous tournament this week. As we set up for the centre. Janinthi competing for the ground ball, but come up with Victoria. Oh, some solid defence there. Lily Harris with the ball, bit of a fumble. Competition for the ground ball. I think it's a pre-check. It is a pre-check. And Auckland will get their ball out of defence. I think that's Cano, who's been effective in this game today. And again, I think that's her third. Auckland loving that, and so am I. She is a tenacious young player. Bringing it on back. Cano's so happy, coming off and high-fiving her teammates. Long stick handle there by Auckland, but ball taken cleanly by Greta Murphy. Victoria really moving that ball to X through Rhiannon Bergen. Finds Ruby Pagalaro for a shot. There is a foul. Goalkeeper, something, they're looking at the goalkeeper's stick. Goalkeeper's stick is broken. Surely they're going to hold time for Lizzie Hardiman to sort that out. And the Victorians have kindly offered the spare stick of the Victorian keeper. That is kindness right there. And great sportsmanship. Beautiful to see. Obviously the Auckland team is so happy with that, and the Victorians were happy to help. So Hardiman back out there with a new stick. Poor thing hasn't been able to throw with it even. Still can make saves though, as the ball starts to move around the top of the fan. Victoria wanting to penetrate this Auckland defence. Norman telling her player to cut, looking inside, finds Bergen. Looking for Lily Harris. Harris with the ball. Auckland really yelling at the Auckland coaches, not really yelling, but really encouraging their players to get that ball back. Now is a really crucial time if they want to stay in this game. Fumble by Abby Burns. Karen, I won't call her Abby. I won't call her Karen again. Now I know that you're watching. Oh, a big push there. No card awarded, which is fine. No sin bin for McPherson, but we'll see Abby Burns line up on the 15. She doesn't have a, oh, she does have two players. No one free though. Try to get the ball into Ruby Braithwaite. Ruby Braithwaite draws a foul. Ruby Braithwaite will now line up for a 15-metre shot. Let's see how. Sorry, that's Ruby Pagalero who had that shot. Seems to be another shot. I think Griffin has the ball, if I can see her number correctly, number 6. Elowen McGriffin. Or Griffin, sorry. Finds an opening in Ruby Pagalaro. Victoria just controlling the ball. I'm not sure if they're trying to wind down the clock. They've taken the ball really wide, so I'm not sure if they're just trying to tick the clock down a bit. But Bergen looking to drive again, finds it opening in Abby Burns. Back to Bergen. Bergen got heaps of space and a shot. What a beautiful goal. Victoria really clever there, taking their defence really wide and finding an opening for a quick drive from X to convert. Players starting to get together and warm up for the next game, which is between South Australia and Waikato. Soph McCrom calling out Soph with the slides. Reese Jarks, go Cano. Deb Toner, go Vix. Not long to go in this game. I think we're just about at time. I can see the timer starting to make her way out onto the field. So about 30 seconds left, I'd say, in the game. Auckland coming up with that, and she's super hungry, Sophia Webb. Gets a foul for a push and will set up on the 15. This is a really important goal for Auckland. Or really important possession, should I say. Looking to drive. Shot. Hits the pipe. Victorians love it. And that is time. So we round out this game seeing Victoria take it out 15-12. Vic girls getting around each other. Auckland getting around their keeper. Fantastic display of lacrosse this morning. We'll take a short break. We'll be back in about 50 minutes for the next game, which is between Waikato and South Australia. For this game, I'll be joined by Subiaco Lacrosse Club player and West Australian player who will be heading to Senior Nationals this year, Emma Green. So stay tuned. Make sure you jump back on when it's time, and we look forward to welcoming you to the next game. You're watching the Australian Lacrosse Network.